The Londonpreneur Show with Michelle Carter.
Welcome to another episode of The Londonpreneur Show, where we interview a new entrepreneur every Monday and Friday. Today's guest is Dr. Laura Gravelle from Gravelle Family Chiropractic and Wellness Center. Welcome, Laura.
Hi there. Thanks so much for having me, Michelle.
No problem. So my first question for everyone, what gets you out of bed in the morning?
Well, what gets me out of bed in the morning are my 4 kids. So literally, I hit the ground running. It's about 7 o'clock and someone's at my heels and ready to go. But I guess a deeper answer to that would be just my desire to be better and do better than I was yesterday. That's really what gets me out of bed in the morning. And yeah.
So when did you start in the chiropractic industry?
So I graduated in 2003 from Canadian Memorial Chiropractic College. So I'm entering my 13th year of practice, which is, that's so huge for me to say. So.
And where's your clinic located?
It's here in London, yes. We just expanded a year ago, August, to move to Beaverbrook and Oxford. So 350 Oxford Street West, Suite 202. So actually, Oxford Street is called Chiropractor Alley.
Okay.
Because there are, if not 25 of us from Oxford and Wonderland to Oxford and Adelaide. That's where all the chiropractors, most of the chiropractors in London are.
Wow.
So, and I'm about one of 3 along there. Okay. So my office used to be 2 blocks east on Oxford. I moved to 2 blocks west, staying on the alley. That's where I wanted to be.
Very good. I didn't know there was a chiropractic alley in London.
You learn something every day, Michelle. Yeah.
So other than chiropractic services, does your wellness center offer any other services?
Yeah, we do. There's another chiropractor, Dr. Greg Roberts, who practices my off time. So I only practice with my kids. So my kids are 6.5 and younger. I practice 15 hours a week.
Okay.
So he practices my off times, and it's just a match made in heaven. He's just a fabulous, an icon here in the city.
Oh, good.
So he practices my off time. We have massage therapy. We have a lovely lady who does energy work. My space is rented out for different workshops. It's a meditation workshop tomorrow night, and we also have yoga Tuesday morning. So it really is not just chiropractic.
It's quite the wellness center. So why did you decide to get into chiropractics?
Chiropractic's just been a part of my life since I was growing up. It was my go-to. If we had to use the medical route, it was really, really, really important that we had to do that. And I used to be a gymnast and had a bad water skiing accident, but it's just been part of my life, Michelle. So that was our go-to when we were sick. Just kept me healthy and natural progression.
Absolutely. When did you realize that you were an entrepreneur?
Well, I love the lifestyle of an entrepreneur. I mean, it's a challenge, it's hard work, but you reap the benefits as well. So I always like change and trying new things, and I don't know if stuck in a cubicle would be something for me, because I'm always change. Change is life and change is motion. And if you're not changing, you're going backwards. You always want to move forward. So I really love that I can make it what I want.
Yeah.
And change, that's okay.
Absolutely. Is there anything that you've struggled with and overcome?
Yeah, well, my story is unique in that I started my office in my basement.
Oh, yeah.
So I worked for another chiropractor here in town for 3.5 years, and then our family began to grow, and literally my tagline is 7 by 11. So that's how I started, 7 feet by 11 feet.
Okay.
So I started one client at a time, and really a lot of self-doubt at that time, thinking, who is going to come to this unfinished, we didn't have a finished basement at the time, and one by one, clients came. We actually had to take over our whole basement. And my husband jokes, because I would go down to the basement to get something from the laundry, and I would be sucked into work and everything. Like, they came with struggles, absolutely, having a home-based business and doing everything myself. So from marketing to PR to finances to doing every part of my business.
How do you find that work-life balance?
Yeah, now I delegate. I have a team around me, so I've learned. So we grew from my basement, from the half basement to the full basement. I hired my staff, and in those 4 years, I had 4 children in 5 years. And then we realized that we had to go. I needed to grow. I needed to grow out of the home. It was, it kept the house really nice and clean, but we didn't have a separate entrance, so that means patients and my children use the same washroom, and that could come with, just challenges in and of itself. So Yeah, that's something that I've really overcome. And now we have, I'm on my second office, 1,500 square feet, and it's really from the ground up is how I built my business.
And how did you sort of make that decision to go out of your home into an office? Was it a huge risk?
It was a calculated risk. I've always had a mentor and a coach, and really to grow, I needed to go.
Yeah.
So I couldn't scale any bigger than my house would allow. And really just to be that professional. I mean, I'm a busy mom, and I really needed that separation. So it was the best move I did at the time I did.
Was it kind of scary, though, making that decision?
It was very scary, right? It was very scary. Am I going to have the first and last rent and this? And then I'm like, that was the best decision I did, but it was at the exact time that I needed to.
It's a bit of a leap of faith.
Leap of faith. Don't need to know the whole staircase. Just trust things are going to work out, and then I can see more people and serve more people. And in my house, I could only see so many clients, right? And so now I have a bigger impact in our community.
Absolutely, good for you. So, what are some of your best marketing strategies that you've found in your business?
Well, the more people you know you. So networking. I've had to back off with the children as they were growing, back off of it, all the networking I've done. But I knew before I had kids, I planted the seeds. And you know what I still do? I still hand out 5 cards a day. And I don't go home until it's done. 5 cards a day, yeah.
Wow.
So the more people you know you. So that's what I've always said. And another one that's really worked for me is, as I alluded to before, is always doing something different, not doing what everybody else is doing.
Okay.
I don't like going to the shows where there's a lot of the same profession. So I brainstorm with my team, and we throw to the wall, see what sticks. And something that we've really that is a great return on investment for me is what I do, dinner with the doctor.
Okay.
So once every 2 months, 6 to 8 weeks, I take everybody is invited to bring up to 4 guests. We go out for dinner. During that hour, I talk on chiropractic, on health, on healing, on why we're sick and how we can get well. I talk for 20 minutes, we eat, and I pick up the tab for everybody.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So
where can I get that?
So really it turns into a night where the conversation always flows around health, about healing. I say, look, you've got me for an hour. So after you listen to me talk for 20 minutes, then the conversation very casually turns to other topics on health, on healing, and so that's something new. I mean, I don't think a lot of chiropractors are doing that.
No.
So that's
good for
something
you.
That sets me apart, and a marketing strategy that's really worked. Because people who come are really interested in somebody's invited them. It's not a cold call. It's and it's another touch point that people can see me out of my office in a very casual environment. And I say, look, if you like to eat and you're at all interested in health, come out.
Absolutely.
So that's a lot of people.
Are you working any new marketing strategies right now?
That's I'm wanting to get into doing videos again, doing things that maybe chiropractors aren't doing. Doing the repeating things over and over, hoping for different results. It's definition of insanity. So I always like to do something different, and my staff will tell you I'm always changing.
Yeah, so, absolutely. How do you think you differentiate yourself from other chiropractors?
Well, that's an interesting question, because on Oxford Street, where my office is, there is a lot of chiropractors. Yeah. And we want to go, I want to go where my competition is. And I don't really like the word competition. I mean, somebody wise told me, be aware, but don't compare.
Okay.
Be aware, but don't compare.
That's great advice.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Because we can't serve everybody, and who has an affiliation to me. You might be drawn to me, or you might be drawn to somebody else, and we can't serve everybody. So, but what sets me apart, Michelle, I think, is that I do a lot more than just. I'm a lot more than just a chiropractor. I'm a motivational speaker in front of between 40 to 400 on health, on healing, on abundance. I run a women's wellness retreat that's called The Harmonics of Healing, and it's an annual retreat. It's 2 days. We get 60 to 100 ladies out, and we bring together the holistic community here in London. We're on our 5th year, so I co-host that with Elizabeth Galbraith. And then I'm a chiropractor, and so there's a lot of different touch points people can access me, not just through the chiropractic.
Yeah, absolutely. So where can we find out more information about you?
So Facebook is Gravelle Family Chiropractic and Wellness Center. My website is ChiroLaura.com. I'm on Twitter at ChiroLauraG.
Okay.
And our office is on Oxford Street, 350 Oxford Street West.
And we can find out more about those Dinner with the Doctor.
Absolutely. On my website under events, it's always changing, and you find out what we're all do advanced talks in our workshop in our office as well.
Thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Well, thanks for having me. It was delightful. Thank you.
And thank you for watching again. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Pink Ink for our style and makeup. Hairstyle by Sonia Bento. Wardrobe by Desi's Boutique. Custom Art Jewelry by Susan Dinner. Aesthetics by Brighton Nails and Spa. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.